Hello, welcome back to the Life's Good. And have I got a horror story for you today? Give me a moment, I'll get organized and I'll explain all about it. Well, welcome back to the Life's Good. And I'm AJ. This is my channel. And I've been working hard on the plot recently, as well you know. And in the corner, just behind where I put the strawberry bed, I've discovered something quite concerning. The problem is this. I'll bring it up close. This kind of fir tree looking plant is horsetail. The Latin name is Equisetum, and it is a highly invasive prehistoric underground rhizome that will in fact take over and decimate any land that it occurs in. Now, you really don't want any of this in your garden, whether it's your ornamental garden at home, even in your lawn, or in my case, the vegetable garden. This stuff is a nightmare. The actual head of the plant looks like this. These in here, I've taken out what I can. This is the root or the rhizome that spreads and creates more new growth. And it kind of forms a network. Now, the problem with the top of the plant, the green section above ground, is it's got a silica coating on the leaves. Fir tree like stems, so you can identify it, but the silica coating makes this very difficult to eradicate. The silica acts as a shield, kind of preventing chemical ingress. So if you use your weed killers that you mix up, add to water or pre-mixed or whatever sort of product you use to eradicate weeds on your ground, it's very difficult to get something that penetrates this. It will not suffer as a result of a weed killer application. The tiniest piece of this, you leave a tiny little piece of this root in the ground, or indeed some of the stems that have got spores on, it will regenerate, and it regenerates very quickly. What you can do, of course, is keep removing it. The more you remove these grease stems, the better, because you're actually preventing photosynthesis, which is feeding the root system and encouraging more growth. So by removing as much as you can do something to sort of knock this back and stop it from taking over too quickly. Now, another point to note is that this is actually toxic to grazing animals. I'm wondering whether, in fact, when Paul was using this plot, at some point he's imported some horse manure or farm manure that he spread on the ground, and within it was some of this. It's highly likely, it is possible. So a small amount of this has been put on the ground or in the ground, and gradually this is starting to take over a small area in the ground. Now, the only way you can really eradicate this is to get right down deep and remove as much of the root as possible. When you try and pull it, it easily snaps and leaves some in the ground, which generates and comes back very quickly. Now, the other problem we have with this particular invasive weed is that the root system can go down as far as 6 feet, 2 meters. It can go down in the ground that far, and nobody's got a fork or a spade that goes that deep. You don't dig your garden that deep. So if this is down in sort of the depths of your soil, making its way through, it will come up anywhere it wants. And once it does that, you've got a problem. So I'm going to be removing every little piece of this that I see in the hope that I can keep this in check. By removing the green heads, you stop photosynthesis. By removing as much of these roots as possible, you can sort of knock back a little bit of regrowth. If you look on the end of this root system here, the new growth is coming up there and an old stem on top. Now they very quickly develop like a flower head, if you like to call it that, that releases spores, which can regenerate again. The spores go on the soil and regenerate more. And if you're not careful, this will take over. It will take over the entire plot and choke everything else in its path. So I'm going to be doing my best to remove as much of this as I can as I work on the plot. Now, as I said, it's only in this sort of top corner where you come into the site. When you come onto my plot, it's just one area up here that this is showing in. So if I can keep on top of that one area and stop it from spreading across my plot, I think I'll be doing very well. So, horsetail, Equisetum, a nightmare in the unfolding here. If I can keep this in check, I'll be happy. But it is a problem, and I'm going to have to be very aware of this in the future. And every time I see a small amount, remove it ASAP. Just looking at the surface of the soil in the top corner of my plot, I know there's a few weeds in here because I haven't fully cleaned this section. But if you look very carefully at that point there, there is some horsetail just growing out of there. And if I just gradually pan you to the left a bit, there is a larger piece growing there. You can see it coming through the soil. It's pretty in terms of its what it looks like and the color green. And it does represent some sort of looks like a fir tree growing. And I keep passing round, and you can just make out at that point there's a little bit more. Now the chances are that these three pieces are all connected on one bit of root system. So I'm going to get the fork in there and lift it as best I can and remove as much of that as I can. I'm just going to push the fork in. In fact, there's another piece down here. I hope you can see that. Get the fork right in under there and lift gently. Now that's coming up okay. And as you open it up, you can see, now that's not horsetail. I'm getting rid of that. But in here, this root system, all connected, goes in deep. And can you see that, everybody? I'm just trying to open that out a bit. I'll come round and see if I can zoom you in on that, because it's still all connected. It's in the ground, but as you can see, there's a stem, another stem there, and this coming up to another stem here is the root. Now that goes in quite deep, and if I'm not careful, as I'm trying to remove it, I'll snap it off and it will regenerate and come back. So again, put the fork underneath, lift a bit more, and work my way back towards this other piece here, and indeed further back where there's, as you can see here, there's some more showing through here. So I'm going to persevere with that and see how much of it I can get out. Now I'm using the fork rather than the spade because I don't want to cut the root off if I can help it. I need to get out of here about as much of this as I possibly can. There's some large stones under here, they aren't helping. But you see, that's all attached to there. A little bit more effort, I might have a chance of lifting some of this. There's something awfully large in the ground. Probably half a brick. In fact, it's a very large stone. My goodness me. Now, the problem is with stones like that in the subsoil, these roots will weave in and around them and almost take shelter underneath. Now, I'm being very cautious. As you can see, I've got quite a bit there. That one seems to be going down and in this direction. And the more you remove, the better the chances of eradicating it. Oh, now it's snapped off. It snapped off at that point there. But that small green plant that's got all this rhizome root system underneath it, there's a little green nodule there. That'll be another plant forming. I need to get as much of this out of that soil as possible. Now, disposing of it poses another problem. So bear with me, and I'll explain a little bit about that in just a moment. Well, that one tiny area has yielded all of this horsetail. We could see 3 little flower heads sticking up above the ground, but I have got far more than that since loosening that soil with the fork and taking it up. Now, I mentioned disposal. This stuff, do not, whatever you do, do not put it on your compost heap. The heat generated in your compost heap and the rotting process will not destroy this plant. And you will take the compost from your bin or your compost heap and spread it on your soil or wherever you use it, and you will introduce more horsetail to whatever it is you intend for your soil. This stuff, you can burn it. If you've got a garden incinerator, put it in there and destroy it by burning it, and be cautious where you put the ashes afterwards. Failing that, bag it. Put it all in a bag, tie it up tight, and dispose of it in your general waste bin. That will go to landfill. In some cases, it gets incinerated. But you do not want this anywhere near any compost, any soil, or anywhere else on your plot, or anyone else's plot for that matter. So if you do have this and you are trying to eradicate it, get as much of it out of the ground as possible, particularly this root system, this rhizome system, and dispose of it sensibly. Bag it, bin it, burn it, but you cannot put it in your compost heap. Whatever you do, do not put this in there. So I've got a bucket, I'm throwing all this in. I don't have an incinerator here, so I will be bagging that and putting it into the general waste bin at home. It's an absolute nightmare. It's a horror story. And I have to be very cautious what I'm doing so I don't spread that any further than I want it. Well, that's it for today. Yeah, a horror story in May, or the end of May. It's not Halloween, but it feels like it. Guys, I'm going to have to toot along. I've got Calabrese to put out and a few things to take care of in the polytunnel, and whatever else I'm doing, I will bring you along with me, let you see what's happening, and hopefully advise and guide and show you what's happening here on the plot and what I do with my plants. So whatever you're doing, you stay safe, you be happy, take care of each other, and you will come back and see us soon, I'm sure. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. And before you go, don't forget the usual subscribe, like, and the bell icon to get notifications for future videos. That's about it. So bye bye for now. Ta-da.